Hey, this is Quayne from A Million Journey to Top 100K podcast. Today we will be continuing the positional numbers series of videos. We are currently at defenders, but before we get to that we will be breaking down the first day of launch day. The Premier League live broadcast of the reveals were streamed from all the major fantasy football YouTube and Twitter accounts. On the screen you can see all the notable reveals from the big six clubs. Haaland at 14 million, Son at 9, Kunku at 7.5, Salah at 12.5, Odegaard at 8.5 and Fernandes at 8.5 million. If you're new to the game, the following statement is an overview. The Premier League gives each manager 100 million to pick a squad of 15 players. You then have to manage that team throughout the season, making transfers and captain decisions. Each player you own performance gives you points. The squad is made up of 2 goalkeepers, 5 defenders, 5 midfielders, 3 strikers. That is the end of the overview. Back to the price reveals.
Bruno is very cheap when you consider his position in the Man United team. He is the main creator and he also scored goals and is on penalty. Maybe it's because he had a poor season last season. If Kane leaves and Son became the main man at that price, he will be a steal. Nkunku at Chelsea with the decent fixtures to start will be in most teams. We are all hoping he is not another Timo Werner. Havertz will affect the Arsenal attacking assets minutes, therefore you will have to see all their price.
Before committing to one, you will definitely have Haaland in your team, but Salah at 12.5 million is very steep when you won't be captaining him too often. When you captain a player, his game week score is doubled. Tomorrow we will have more reveals, but until then, back to the positional numbers video. Defenders. We move on to the defenders. Defenders are normally represented by the numbers from 2 to 5. A defender is a player whose primary job is to stop attacks and prevent the opposing team from scoring goals. Defenders are positioned near the team's goal frame, between the goalkeepers and the midfielders. Flying fullback are wide defenders who plays very wide to counteract opposing wingers and provide support on their own flanks. The flying fullbacks are dynamic with their overlapping with the winger down the flank and beating opposing wingers. They are usually pacey and creative to help with the team's playmaking. Robertson performance history show that he is an creative player. His heat map is what a football manager envision when they speak of a flying fullback. Kyle Walker identifies the switch of the play to Mahrez, then with his speed ran into the open space to receive the ball from Mahrez, which he uses to create a cutback for Foden to score. Look closely at the distance he had to cover to create the assist. Traditionally, fullbacks are the widest players in a back four, and as a result they attack and defend mostly in the wide areas. However, fullbacks who move inside into central spaces when their team has the ball are known as inverted fullbacks. This movement adds an extra presence in the center of the pitch. On defensive transition, they may then remain central for a short period, but they will eventually recover into the back line and defend outside the 2 center-backs, as fullbacks. Inverted fullback Joao Cancelo is one of the world's best inverted fullback. When you look at his performance spider chart, you'll notice that his creative data is very great. You'll also notice that his shooting and aerial ability are decent. In the 2022-2023 season, when Liverpool were underperforming because of the incapability to properly control the midfield and Trent being constantly targeted for his common defensive lapses in his concentration, leaving acres of space on the right side for the opposing players to run into. After the winter break, Klopp decided to use Trent in the inverted fullback position. The inverted fullback position was popularized by one of his biggest rival, Pep. Trent in the new role has improved gradually because the inverted fullback position utilizes his best footballing qualities. His on-the-ball vision and passing. Zinchenko, who has grown into the inverted fullback role over time with quality coaching. When he was purchased by Pep, he was playing attacking midfield. Pep then changed him to an inverted fullback. Trent plays the position differently from Zinchenko. Zinchenko game is rounded, all his qualities are equal, while Trent qualities are all about creating and the defensive actions such as recoveries and aerial actions are very low. When Trent plays inverted fullback, he averages a goal contribution every 2 games.
Please like and subscribe. We are hoping to reach the target of 100 subscriber at the start of the FPL season.